It's just a platform. It's not who you are. You are greater than what you see online. And when you want to be great, it starts with investing in yourself first. Work on your heart, work on your emotions, work on your mental health, and work to keep the balance afloat. And you, my friend, will have a great life with and without social media. Hey guys, welcome back to Esther NJ. I do hope you're well. I'm so excited for today's video. Firstly, I just want to thank each and every one of those who have newly subscribed to the channel. It is highly appreciated and I'm really hoping that you are enjoying the content so far. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of having social media breaks. As we know, social media is very busy, very hyped, very interactive, very in your face. And one of the reasons why I've decided to talk about this topic is that I know how important social media is to many of us, particularly the millennials who have businesses. What I'm going to do is break down the pros of social media and having a break, and the disadvantages of social media as a whole. A recent video I did spoke about the importance of social media, but not allowing it to define who you are. I'm going to link that video in the description bar below as well so that you can watch it in your own time. Before I begin, I want to remind you that social media is just a platform. It doesn't define you and it's not your identity. It doesn't add to you and it doesn't take away from you. It's just a platform where many people come online to post and show what they want you to see. The first benefit of having social media breaks is that it gives you the opportunity to invest in yourself. In other words, develop self-care. Now, it's so important that we get to a stage where we do work on ourselves, invest on ourselves, and look after ourselves as well. And I'm not saying that you need to splash lavishly or spend what you don't have, but it could be the little things such as taking a deeper look into your skincare routine, sleeping more, reading more books, having opportunities to spend with family and friends in person and not just a text or assuming that they're okay. Because there are times where people genuinely want to see you physically and spend time with you. Another reason why it's very important to have social media breaks is that it makes you live a life of authenticity and truth. You don't want to be the person that is coming online pretending that you are living your best life, when indeed there are situations at hand that you may not have the ability to handle. What people can do offline for you in terms of encouraging you, praying for you and motivating you cannot be found on social media. There are moments where you can see videos that will uplift you and inspire you, but the moment you're off, who are you left with? Yourself. So don't be moved by what people are doing. Yes, your friends are traveling, they're buying homes, but do you know at the appointed time you will get there? And that's if you take time offline to work on yourself and build yourself behind the scenes. Which leads me on to my third point. Having healthy social media breaks enables you to build your life offline in private. So when the results come, it will speak for you in public. Do you know how important it is to not invest in premature talks? When things are still being cooked, when things are still being built, be humble. Even with authors, when we publish books for them, we really encourage them to get the book published first and then talking about the book and promoting it on their social platforms. So it's easier for customers to get directly. Sometimes social media can be a tool where it pulls you along and it makes you want more and more and more. And the more time you're investing on your social platforms, the less time you're having for yourself to build your life for the now and for the future. You would be very surprised that people who are offline are having a much more greater and more peaceful life than those who are constantly online 24/7. It is very important to take healthy breaks. Even if it's one day, no social media, it is better than constantly coming on every single day. You can make a decision today to take a 7-day fast of social media. Whether it be a month, whether it be 6 months, whether it be a year, it's all down to you. I remember a secondary school friend reached out to me. This was about 3 years ago. She took a 10-year social media break. Everyone has their reasons why. To her, she knows why she took that break. And when you come back on social media, you feel so refreshed. You're not missing out on anything. And remember, it doesn't define who you are. You're able to understand what life truly is about. Not living a life just for the gram, but when you're at home on your own, you really face what the reality of life is. Don't pretend to live a life you don't have online. When you do that, it doesn't make you genuine to your audience. And another benefit as well, coming off social media, is when you're off, people do reach out to you, some. Unless you've told them that you've come off social media, of course, depending on who you would like to tell. Now, there's no rule for telling people or not telling people, but when you go offline to benefit yourself so that when you come back on, you are able to be refreshed and you're able to provide the best service that you can to your followers, to your audiences, to your subscribers. People want to gain from you, but you need to make sure that you are filled behind the scenes before you can pour out. There's always a saying that I see on social media that you can never pour out from an empty cup, and I stand on that. You can't. If you're always burning out, always providing content, always working, always doing so much, but you're not having time for you, how can people honor what you do? You may want to create a video right now, but you're burning out because of various noises, what you've seen online, what people want you to do. Take your time, cut out all the noise, all the distractions, and make time for you. You are so important that as you invest in yourself, you are building yourself up for a better tomorrow. People will come to you and say that they want to work with you because they can see that you can manage your life online and offline without thinking that you've missed out on anything. Social media is not running away. It will always be there and there will always be new platforms. I remember recently saying to myself that I didn't even want to get TikTok. Someone that I met at an event last year, October, encouraged me to do it. And I had another friend that thought I should do it as well. So I took my time and I prayed. And I said, if this is going to help my growth and my development, and not only my growth and my development, but those who are going to watch my TikTok videos, then by all means. On the 1st of January this year, I created an Authentic Worth TikTok page rather than a personal page. I didn't want it to be about myself. I wanted it to be about the business and to give other authors an opportunity to have a community where they can see what we do, how we work, and how they can also publish their books with us. And that was the main aim for me opening a TikTok account. So you have to realize that coming on social media has to have a motive. Your intentions need to be pure. Sometimes people come on because they're bored and they just create content that doesn't add value to people. And I always say to myself that I am very responsible for what content I put on my social media platforms. Is it going to trigger someone? Is it going to bring someone down? Focusing on the negatives about social media and not taking breaks is that you become addicted to what you see rather than what you know. And when you're addicted to what you see, it causes you to act a certain way. It becomes hard for you to come off social media because you are defining it as your identity. But I want to remind you again, your identity is not in any platform. You must know you are bigger than every platform that you have. If all platforms were to shut down completely, would you still be yourself? Because no one knows tomorrow. Who remembers High Five and Bebo and MySpace? They were really popular before, back in the years, but now they're no more. Does that mean that because you're not on social media, you're no more? Not at all. You need to understand who you are offline. Another benefit as to why coming off social media is very important is that you will feel more connected to yourself. At first, when you come off, people will know when you're offline, when you're not posting, when you're not communicating with everyone. But that does not mean that anything is happening. And bearing in mind that just because you're offline doesn't mean that you're going through things. Another benefit of coming off social media is that your mental health improves because you have nothing else to distract you. You are focused on you. And that's where I spoke about reading books. Do you know how therapeutic reading is? And even journaling. You can do so much journaling when you're offline. Another benefit is that you are also more likely to sleep better. Very important when you come offline. But if you're always online on social media, where's the sleep? 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., scrolling. And I just think to myself, it's not worth it. Coming into work in the morning and you're tired and you won't be able to be productive. Or you've got a business and you can't serve your clients or customers well. How is that an investment to you? How is that an investment to your business or even the working environment? Another great benefit as to why coming off social media is important and having breaks is that your eyes will be less strained. When you're constantly watching social media, you're using your laptop, you're watching movies, everything becomes really tired and your eyes get heavy. Think about your health as well as your mental health. You want to be the best version of yourself when you come back online. So be very mindful of how much time you are focusing on social media. And last of all, when you come off social media, you have more time with the Lord. God can speak to you when you're in an environment where you're focused. And I strongly do believe that when you let go of what distracts you or what takes much more of your time, you're able to have more time for you and the Father. And it's very important to remember this, because when we are in seasons of doubt or fear or anxiety, it's very easy to want to come online to see what other people are doing, to forget our pain and think that it will just go under the rug and not come back up again. But that's not the right thing to do. And I want to encourage you that anytime you are feeling overwhelmed, don't think that social media is your remedy. But you will get to a point where you'll say, I want my life to change, that I need to take my time off everything. And don't think that this is you being selfish. It's not. Coming off social media is for your benefit. And when you pray and you're seeking God for answers, He's more likely to answer you because you've dedicated time for Him. And I really want to wrap this up by saying that you need balance. Balance is so important in every area of your life. Even when it comes to working with your clients and your customers, don't take it lightly. Make sure you have time for you so that you can be your best self for them. And when they respond back to you, you know that it's coming from a healthy place. Remember that we are only human and there's only so much that we can do. And if you really want to enjoy your life, learn how to take time off social media. It is very healthy for you. Don't feel the need to always come on. Because if you're always the one pouring out and no one is pouring back into you, you will be drained. Because people always expect you as a content influencer or as a YouTuber to always be present. And when people see you as their saving grace, it is draining. So I want to encourage you, please take time off social media. Remember that it is not your identity, and know that you were created for more than a social platform. Massive thank you to you all, and I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Take care, and we'll surely see you in the next video. Bye bye.